I think it's safe to say at this point that President Donald Trump is breaking all kinds of records. We're witnessing history at this point. So, what exactly does that mean? We'll get right into it. Now, just before we get into it, comment below how much you think Trump will win the popular vote by, or if you think he will at all. Now, what did I mean when I said Trump is breaking all kinds of records or we're witnessing history? Well, it's based on this right here, the polling data we are seeing. Post-debate polls here from Remington Research Group. There's more than just them. I'm going to be getting into a lot of them. But right here, post-debate polls. Wisconsin +6, Pennsylvania +5, Michigan +3, Arizona 7, Nevada 7, Texas 10, Ohio 10, and Montana 20. This has been a consistent trend now since about the 28th, or about a day after the debate. This trend has been consistent in all of the polling we're seeing. Biden is collapsing. His favorability is in the gutter. It's atrocious. He's getting worse and worse. And yes, I know some of these dips, they might turn around a little bit, as we are a decent bit away from the election. We've still got a few months, but I don't think you can recover this much ground. And again, there's all of these calls to replace him. There's calls within the party. The party's imploding on itself, calling for Harris or calling for someone else. But realistically, Harris is the only one who would likely end up happening. But that's not going to work for them. Why would that work for you? You can't put Kamala Harris and expect to do better than Biden.
Not only a place on our calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941, September 11th, 2001, and January 6th, 2021.
Like, did she really just compare Pearl Harbor and 9/11 to January 6th? That's bloody insane. How could anyone think this woman could win? Even if Biden is an atrocious candidate at this point and he's not popular, no matter what he does, he's screwed. Harris is worse. Harris has much less appeal than Biden even does. She's not popular. And she's a very obvious DEI hire. She was hired not for her skills. Well, unless you consider her skills on her knees. But that's really it. She's just not a winning candidate. And neither is Biden, but she really isn't. You look at all the polling data right here. Trump would win by 7 over Harris, with lean 6. That is massive. Harris can't win an election against Trump. And this is popular vote. This isn't state by state. We're not going to have a whole bunch of polling out on this kind of thing. But again, these polls are coming out post debate because people realize following the debate, Biden is basically a vegetable. He is not there. There's nothing going on. He wanders onto the stage, waves at a non-existent crowd. He waved at nothing. And then after the debate, Trump walks off. He's completely fine. He sounds exactly the same as he did back in 2015 when he started his campaign. He looks, acts completely the same, and he's just as effective, if not more effective and more energetic than ever, which is a good thing. That's what you want in a leader. And you saw that in the polling data that shows most people still trust Trump mentally to run or think that he could actually run and thought he was the one who won the debate. However, most didn't think that of Biden. We literally saw at the end of the debate with Biden, he didn't wander around, but he had to be guided. He was guided down the stairs. He was getting helped down the stairs. It was insane.
Presidents making their way off the CNN debate stage. Looks like Jill Biden, the First Lady, has come out. Former President Trump walking off the stage. The first debate of the 2024 campaign and the earliest presidential debate ever now in the books and in front of the voters. Tonight, along with Aaron Burnett, the first word on what those voters might make of it from our political professionals, from our CNN Flash Poll and Swing State Focus Group. We'll be talking to surrogates, including Vice President Harris, getting fact checks from our Daniel Dale and new reporting from inside both campaigns. With me here, CNN political commentator Scott Jen.
The fact that there's still people somehow defending him or claiming that this guy is our candidate or their candidate, not my candidate. Lord, no chance he's my candidate. But the fact that there's still people defending him or think that he even has a shot in hell at winning, they're delusional or they're really, really well paid. And honestly, I guess I can't blame them. But this is the thing. There's so many of these corrupt kind of people on their side pushing this along, and it really just doesn't matter. Trump is breaking so many records. You look at 2020's polling here. The RCP average had Biden up 7.2. So many polls 10, 4, 7, 10, 1, 11, 7, 10, 8, 8, 8, 4, 5. All of these polls are massively in Biden's favor with one at one point. One, only one. And if you look back all the way through all of the polls, you'll see maybe a couple Trump wins and a couple ties spattered in there. Now, obviously, he didn't win, but most of these polls massively overestimated Biden's overall result when he ended with 4.5. So these polls have been wrong, but Trump never led. Now, this is what I mean when I say he's breaking records. 2024 polling, especially ever since the debate, Biden's total collapse, if you look closely here, starting around the 28th, when we see these polls start to come in, basically every single one and all of the ones currently included in the RCP average have Trump leading. He's leading by a lot in most of them as well, and his overall lead is 3.3 now. Trump has consistently held a lead for months. In fact, it's almost nearly at a year. We're getting close to it. And if this continues, like I said, he's breaking records and we are witnessing history because Trump never led in 2020. And he basically didn't lead in 2016 either. Again, this day in history, July 6th, Biden was leading by 8.7 and Clinton by 4.8. Trump's leading the popular vote. Now, I don't know if I need to remind some people about this, but the popular vote doesn't even win the election. If a Republican wins the popular vote, they're winning the election in a landslide. That hasn't been done in a while. Now, Trump doesn't need that to win. He didn't need it in 2016. He just needs to win the right states, and he's leading in all of the right states plus some. Again, he's going to win this election, and by a pretty big margin. This is a historical moment, and I do think Trump's going to have a 300-plus electoral vote landslide. Biden might even get less than 200. Hell, we saw polling out of New Jersey. Trump might win that state. That's how bad this is getting and how big this is for Trump. So let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you think Trump truly is breaking history? Do you think we're witnessing history? Let me know. I love to hear from you guys. I'll see you in the next one.